I have a question for you guys. Something I find kind of curious. When I was looking for this knife, Spyderco Police, last 2 weeks here, I wanted one of these for years and years, but I actually ordered one. I used to own a little military surplus store, and long story. Used to be an antique store, changed to a military surplus store. Anyway, had it for a while, little store. I actually ordered one of these for a friend of mine. A friend of mine asked me what kind of knife he should get for self-defense and for carry, and I said, got that Spyderco, this is like 20 years ago. Spyderco Police seems like a really good knife. I would go with one of those. But unfortunately, when we got it in, I just felt it was too slick for me. My hands are really dry, and I just didn't. I didn't get one for myself as I'd intended to back then. I loved Spyderco at the time, but the military, I like to say. Anyway. When I was looking at reviews of this knife online, and some other big knives, I noticed almost every single review I listened to, the reviewer would say, great knife, whatever, blah, blah, and I didn't have anybody say they didn't dislike this knife. They all loved it. I love this thing. Love it. Love it. But almost every reviewer said, but it's not good for everyday tasks, so it's not an EDC knife. On a large percentage of them said that. And I'm not ragging on anybody, reviewers, or criticizing anybody. I'm not looking for controversy here. But it surprised me. Because, everyday carry to me means just that, everyday carry, EDC. What's your EDC knife? It's the one you carry every day. And I carry this every day now for self-defense. That's why I bought it, for self-defense, a backup tool. In case something happens, someone tries to kill me, like happened 3 years ago. And someone actually did try to kill me 3 years ago. And I carry it for situations like that, where, the chips are down and, I need to employ some kind of weapon to save myself or someone or some other innocent person. But almost all these reviewers said, oh, it's not good for EDC because it's not good for everyday tasks, So I'm just curious what your definition of EDC is and how, is this a new thing? Is this a new definition of EDC that's going around that I'm not, on the forums and stuff that I'm just not aware of because I don't go to forums anymore? I used to. To me, EDC means just that. It means a knife you carry every day. In fact, EDC means actually, all sorts of stuff you carry every day. I mean, I've even seen people include cell phones in their EDC and their keys and nail clippers and things. For me, EDC means exactly that: everyday carry. What do you carry every day on a regular basis? But like I say, and I guess. For me, if I was going to carry, something for cutting boxes or trimming my nails, it would be a little tiny, like a Swiss Army knife or something like that. And that could too be an everyday carry. But it's just a lot of folks, when I look at reviews of this knife, and other knives that are large type knives, just would say, well, it's not good for everyday carry because it's not good for everyday tasks. Though I think it could be. I would not use a knife like this for everyday tasks. If I need a knife for opening boxes or something, I'll use a box cutter. In fact, I used to. When I was in college, I worked at an auto parts store, and that's what we did. I just had a box cutter. I wouldn't have used any kind of decent knife for a box cutter, just to wear the blade down, have to resharpen it all the time. At that time, I didn't know how to sharpen a knife, so that made it hard too. So I'm just curious, what you guys think. I don't know. Is it a new thing? Am I missing out on something here? Am I missing something? I know it's probably just their personal opinions, but the way they said it sounded like, they said it in an authoritative way, and they didn't say, for me, it's not good for EDC carry. They said, it's not an EDC carry knife because it's not good for everyday tasks. The implication being that an EDC knife is a knife you use for everyday tasks, not for specific tasks like self-defense. And they weren't saying it's too big to carry. They weren't saying that. They were saying it's not good for everyday tasks, so it's not an EDC. And that insinuates the definition. Fuck, goddamn dear. Excuse my French. I'm talking to you guys, and I put my knife out, and I put it back in, and it caught my finger. God almighty. I can't believe it. I just can't believe it. I should not be allowed to play with sharp objects, really, right on camera. I wasn't going to say anything. It's just bleeding away down here as I talk. Good Lord. I mean, this is a new knife to me. I'm not exactly, using it yet. So, it's blooded itself. It's blooded me. I've blooded the knife. Blood all over me here. Good Lord. Anyway, so as I bleed, I'll talk to you and ask you just to say, let me know what you think in your comments below. And if you want to make a video, I'd appreciate that. And attached to this one, that'd be good too. But I'd just be curious. I'd just be curious what you think. You know, what does EDC mean in your opinion? Is it a new definition now I'm not aware of? I mean, what's it mean? And for me, it's just anything you carry every day. You know, but mainly it applies to weapons. You know, in my opinion, you know, that's my idea. EDC really, you know, everyday carry knife, everyday carry gun, whatever. Well, I'm gonna go bleed some more now. I can't believe it. All right, guys, talk to you later. Keep enjoying your life and have a good time. That's what it's all about.